Joining us now is Andrew Biggio. Andrew, this story has got to get told. It is so heartfelt and heartwarming and inspired the book you came out with. You bought, what, first of all, why did you buy a rifle from 1945, Andrew?
First of all, thanks for having me on the awesome show. I came home from Iraq and Afghanistan, and like any service member, I think anyone has a sense of survivor's guilt that you made it and maybe others didn't. When I came home, I had to pass every single day a sign that said Andrew Biggio Square. Okay, so that's right down the street from me, Andrew Biggio Square in the town of Winthrop, Massachusetts. And it was a dedication, a memorial dedicated to my grandfather's brother who was killed in World War II. So here I am, Andrew Biggio, coming home and living through what I did, but that poor 19-year-old kid, my grandfather's brother, was killed in Italy. Never got to have a life, never got to have a wife, a girlfriend, a career, go to college. And him, like so many other boys, right, teenagers, are still buried over in Italy and in the Pacific Islands and in France and Belgium. And so I was reading his last letters home that he wrote home before he was killed, and he was telling his mother about the M1 Garand Rifle, the standard rifle of that time that was issued to almost every draftee or every enlistee that came into the service was giving this M1 rifle. So I have to go out and write. He's writing about it, so I have to go out and buy one. I want to feel what he felt. I want to hold what he held, and hopefully it'll help me connect with this long lost relative. Well, I go out and I buy that 1945 M1 Garand behind me, leaning up, and it just doesn't suffice. I say, now what? And as you mentioned, a light bulb came over my head. My neighbor had fought in the Battle of Okinawa, was a U.S. Marine, like me. I've always talked to him and bonded with him, but I said, let me bring this instrument to him. Let me bring this a piece of equipment that he lived with, he ate with, he slept with every day until the war was over. And when I rang his doorbell and he answered the door in a wheelchair and very weak, very frail at age 92, when I placed that rifle into his hands, it was like he was 19 years old again. This weak old man raises that rifle, puts it into his shoulder, starts aiming it, waving it around. I have to duck out of the way. And I'm seeing his face glow. And he's telling me about the Battle of Okinawa for over 2.5 hours. And I said, Joe, please sign my rifle, add your name to it. I never want to forget this. And he signed the stock of my rifle, and I left his home looking down at that signature, and I said, I need to collect as many signatures as possible.